morning. Welcome to day 80, May 8th. It's about 7 o'clock. Getting ready to get started here. Just came up from Dave Lesser Shelter and had a good night. No issues. It's really warm. Not too warm though. Nice sleeping weather. And today we're headed 9 miles into Harper's Ferry finally getting completely out of Virginia. So that's a couple of really good things. I don't know how long the stay in Harper's Ferry will take me, but looking at the AWOL guide, once I get into Maryland, got lots of options for where to stay. So it'll either be a 15 or a 20 mile day, again depending on how long the stay in Harper's Ferry is. I don't need to do any resupply. All I have to do is go to the ATC and check in, get my picture made, and move on. So with that, this is Reboot, heading north. So yesterday I crossed over the West Virginia state line for the first time, and it was kind of anticlimactic because the trail follows the West Virginia state line, and actually the shelter I stayed in last night was in Virginia. So this morning I continued to follow the West Virginia state line, but now I have reached the part of the trail where the trail no longer goes into Virginia. So Virginia, you bored me to death at times, you thrilled me, you froze me, and you roasted me, and your rocks just frustrated me to death and beat my feet up. I tried to challenge you. You put me in the hospital, and second time I challenged you, you beat my feet up to where you laid me up for a week. But bottom line, today, Virginia, is you may be for lovers, but you are no longer for Reboot. And here we are in West Virginia for a day, because I'm going to go into Harper's Ferry and get registered, my picture made, and I'm hiking right back out. So I will be in Maryland tonight. And as you can see behind me, where do the Virginia rocks end? West Virginia, and then the West Virginia rocks begin. So look at it this way, just getting me ready for Pennsylvania. All right, I will video some in Harper's Ferry. It's 10:15, and I have reached the bridge to cross the Shenandoah River. So I am getting ready to enter Harper's Ferry at long last. Ooh, nice steps. There it is. Shenandoah. I won't bore you with me crossing the bridge. So I made it here to the ATC, and I got my photo made right there. I'll insert it here. And I was number 127 northbound for the year, which surprised me. I thought it'd be higher than that. So if I could have made it here last week, I might have been in double digits instead of triple digits. But the important thing is I made it here, and I want to move on. We'll be in Maryland here in maybe an hour or so, maybe less. I'm getting ready to cross over the Potomac. This is where the Potomac and the Shenandoah come together. Just notice some big turtles and little turtles here on the old canal. This is Gasland or Gasland State Park. I don't know how it's pronounced, but it's a Maryland state park, and the guy who originally built this after the Civil War was named Gath or Gaith, and he was a writer, and he was a Civil War correspondent. And after the war, he lived in Philadelphia, but he wanted a summer getaway, and this is where he built it. So, nice little park. Got some stonework here. I don't know what that is up on the hill. But this big arch here is the War Correspondence Monument. So that's pretty cool. This is going to be the wrap-up video for day 80. This is Crampton Gap shelter, or the tent pads that are at that shelter. It's a quarter mile down to the shelter, and you come to these tent pads way before there, so I decided to stop here, and the trail to the shelter is over that way. But 20 miles today. The areas where I had the blisters, I'm not having any issues with. Still my right foot, the arch, or the top of my foot, is still giving me some issues with pain. I've been taking some Motrin, and I'm able to walk pretty well with the Motrin, so hopefully that will work itself out. But still glad I did 20 miles, and weather's good. I got a lot of people around me, a lot of new faces. Get ready to have a north side with some tuna, and then hit the sack. So with that, it's all good in the woods.